Welcome to my channel, Coin Lovers. Glowing Star. Today we're talking about the legendary Buffalo Nickel 5-cent coin, one of the most valuable and rare coins in U.S. history. If you have this old 5-cent coin hiding in your collection, it could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars today. Money bag. So don't skip a second. I'll show you how to identify the rare dates, mint marks, and errors that make your Buffalo Nickel truly priceless. Magnifying glass tilted left. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the next rare coin treasure that could change your fortune overnight. Gemstone. The 1936 Buffalo Nickel, a coin that carries not just history, but also mystery, is today considered one of the most valuable and iconic 5-cent pieces ever created in the United States. This legendary coin, designed by James Earl Fraser, depicts the proud image of a Native American on one side and a mighty American buffalo on the other. It is more than just a nickel. It's a timeless treasure that has captured the hearts of collectors worldwide. The 1936 issue stands out not only for its beauty and design, but also for the rare varieties and minting errors that have turned it into a $1 million masterpiece in today's numismatic market. Many collectors dream of holding a genuine 1936 Buffalo Nickel because some of these coins were struck with remarkable precision, while others bear unique flaws that make them truly priceless. Among the most famous is the 1936D 3.5-legged buffalo, a rare minting error that has become a legend among coin enthusiasts. The faint leg on the buffalo gives the coin a ghostly appearance, and it's this imperfection that makes it extraordinarily valuable. In pristine, uncirculated condition, such coins can command staggering prices, even reaching into the millions depending on grade, rarity, and demand. The charm of the Buffalo Nickel doesn't just lie in its rarity, but in the powerful symbolism it carries. It represents the spirit of the American frontier, the struggle, pride, and freedom of a bygone era. Each 1936 Buffalo Nickel tells a story of craftsmanship, dedication, and artistry from an age when coins were more than money. They were pieces of cultural identity. The Native American portrait on the front was a combination of 3 real-life individuals, making it a true representation of heritage and pride. Collectors see this not as just a coin, but a tribute cast in metal to honor history itself. In today's world, the 1936 Buffalo Nickel has gained mythical status. Stories abound of ordinary people discovering one of these rare coins tucked away in old jars or inherited collections and suddenly realizing they hold a fortune in their hands. These are not exaggerations. A perfectly preserved 1936 Buffalo Nickel with a rare error can indeed fetch hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars at auction. The fascination is not only in its material worth, but also in the thrill of discovery, as though the past itself is rewarding those who respect its legacy. What makes this coin so powerful is how it bridges generations. Grandparents who once used it to buy a loaf of bread could never have imagined that the same coin might one day be worth a mansion. Time has turned an everyday nickel into a royal treasure. The metal, worn and aged, whispers of decades gone by, carrying the scent of history and the echo of a forgotten America. For collectors, owning a 1936 Buffalo Nickel is not about wealth alone. It's about owning a living fragment of the nation's soul. The truth is, not every 1936 Buffalo Nickel will make you a millionaire, but some truly can. Coins with rare die varieties, mint errors, or exceptional condition can break records at auctions. Graded examples with sharp strikes, clear dates, and uncirculated surfaces have repeatedly sold for life-changing sums. The most astonishing part is that these coins are still occasionally found in private collections, inherited estates, or old coin rolls, waiting to turn an unsuspecting finder into an overnight millionaire. If you ever come across a 1936 Buffalo Nickel, look closely at every detail: the buffalo's legs, the clarity of the date, and the overall shine of the coin. Even a small marking or an unusual feature could mean you're holding one of the rarest treasures of American coinage. Many experts say that the real magic of coin collecting lies in this very coin, the one that transformed pocket change into priceless history. It's proof that sometimes fortune hides in the simplest things, waiting for the right eyes to see it. So remember, the 1936 Buffalo nickel is more than just an old coin. It's a silent fortune, a piece of history, and a key to unimaginable wealth. It holds the power to change lives and destinies overnight. Don't overlook it, don't spend it, and never underestimate its worth. Because one day, the very nickel you thought was ordinary could be the treasure that turns you into the next millionaire. The 1929 Buffalo nickel, also known as the Indian Head 5 cents, is one of those legendary American coins that collectors dream about. Minted during a time when the United States was going through major changes, just before the Great Depression, it carries not only metal value, but also deep historical power. The front of the coin features a proud Native American profile, representing strength and heritage, while the reverse shows the mighty American bison, a symbol of endurance and freedom. This coin was more than just money. It was a piece of America's identity carved in nickel and copper, made to tell a story of resilience and pride. Now, imagine holding this 1929 Buffalo nickel in your hand. You're not just holding a coin, you're holding nearly a century of untold history, energy, and value that has only grown over time. Some versions of this coin, especially those in uncirculated or rare air condition, have become so valuable that they can fetch prices in the millions. Yes, millions. It's almost unbelievable to think that a small 5-cent piece could make someone a millionaire overnight. But in today's collector market, rarity and historical charm make that very possible. What makes the 1929 Buffalo nickel so special is not just its age, but its imperfections. Some coins were struck off center, while others have double-die errors or missing details that make them unique. These tiny flaws, unseen to the ordinary eye, are treasures to expert collectors. A single error coin could change a person's life forever. There are stories of people finding one of these nickels in old jars, boxes, or forgotten drawers, only to discover later that what they thought was a common coin could pay off their house or fund their dreams. The beauty of this coin lies in its craftsmanship. Designed by James Earl Fraser, the 1929 Buffalo nickel captures both realism and spirit. The Native American chief's face was modeled after several real tribal leaders, giving the coin authenticity and emotional depth. The bison on the back, said to be inspired by Black Diamond, a real buffalo from the Central Park Zoo, symbolizes the wild spirit of America's untamed past. Every line, every curve of this design makes collectors and historians fall in love with it even more. Over the years, this 5-cent coin has become a silent fortune keeper. Many people underestimate its power, tossing it aside as just another old nickel. But those who truly understand its story know that it represents hidden wealth. Some 1929 Buffalo nickels have sold at auctions for unimaginable prices. Coins in mint state, with sharp detail and strong luster, have been known to attract fierce bidding wars. A coin once used to buy a loaf of bread could now buy luxury cars or even mansions. Collectors around the world are constantly hunting for this masterpiece. Whether it has a demint mark from Denver or no mint mark at all, the 1929 Buffalo nickel remains a symbol of luck, history, and prosperity. Owning one is like holding a golden ticket into the world of rare treasures. The more perfect the condition, the higher the reward. Even slightly worn coins can still bring hundreds or thousands of dollars, depending on their originality and grading. The emotional connection people feel toward this coin is unmatched. It represents the hard-working American spirit and the belief that something small can hold incredible value. Every time someone discovers a rare 1929 nickel, it reignites hope and excitement in the coin world. It's a reminder that fortune sometimes hides in plain sight, in your change jar, in an old box, or in a forgotten drawer. That's the magic of the Buffalo nickel. It finds you when you least expect it and can change your destiny overnight. So, if you ever come across a 1929 Buffalo nickel, don't spend it without knowing its true worth. It could be your key to fortune, your chance to join the legends of collectors who struck gold through a coin that once cost only 5 cents. The 1929 Buffalo nickel is not just metal. It's mystery, history, and wealth combined into one powerful symbol of American heritage. It's proof that even the smallest things can hold the power to transform your life forever. Would you like me to make this version more dramatic and YouTube video ready, with attention-grabbing hooks and pauses like a voiceover script? The 1923 Buffalo nickel, also known as the Indian Head 5 cents, stands as one of the most iconic and mystifying coins in American history. This small piece of metal carries with it a legacy of art, rarity, and immense historical value. Minted over a century ago, it has become a treasure in the eyes of collectors worldwide. Its rustic beauty, combined with its scarcity, has made it one of the most desirable coins ever produced by the United States Mint. Today, if you're lucky enough to own a 1923 Buffalo nickel in mint condition or with rare minting errors, you could be holding a fortune worth millions, a single coin that can completely transform your life overnight. The design of the Buffalo nickel itself tells a story of American pride and heritage. The obverse side features the bold and noble profile of a Native American chief, representing strength and dignity, while the reverse side proudly displays the majestic American buffalo, a symbol of endurance and the untamed spirit of the American frontier. This combination makes the coin not just a piece of currency, but a timeless piece of art, a living relic of early 20th century America. The 1923 edition, in particular, is revered for its low mintage numbers and the crisp detailing seen on well-preserved examples, which only adds to its mystery and allure. Many collectors dream of finding the rare 1923 Buffalo nickel with unique mint errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, or weakly struck features. These rare errors can multiply the value of the coin several times over. For instance, a coin that looks ordinary at first glance could reveal tiny minting flaws that make it worth thousands or even millions of dollars. Such rare variations are what spark the wildest dreams of collectors. Stories of people who stumbled upon an old coin in a drawer and later realized it was worth more than a luxury mansion. What truly makes the 1923 Buffalo nickel magical is its condition and rarity. Coins that were kept safely away from circulation, maintaining their sharp details and luster, are often referred to as mint-state coins. These pristine examples can fetch astronomical prices in coin auctions. Imagine a single nickel worth 5 cents when minted, now valued in the millions. It sounds unbelievable, but in the world of rare coin collecting, it's a thrilling reality. Each fine detail, from the buffalo's rugged mane to the chief's feathered headdress, adds another layer to its beauty and price. Over time, the 1923 Buffalo nickel has become more than just a collectible. It's a symbol of the American dream. Owning one represents luck, timing, and a connection to the nation's history. Every scratch, every mark on its surface tells a story that has survived for over 100 years. Many collectors say holding one feels like touching history itself. For some, it's not just the value of the coin, but the emotional connection and sense of discovery that make it priceless. Today's coin market has made the 1923 Buffalo nickel one of the hottest collectibles for investors and hobbyists alike. As the demand continues to rise, the price of these coins has skyrocketed. In auctions, a high-grade or error coin can shock the audience when the hammer falls at prices that seem impossible for a 5-cent piece. Some sales have reached life-changing amounts, turning ordinary collectors into overnight millionaires. This is why experts advise never to spend or sell such a coin without knowing its full potential. It could truly change your fortune. Imagine finding this coin in an old jar, wallet, or family collection. You might think it's just another old nickel, but that small discovery could hold unimaginable value. The 1923 Buffalo nickel's worth depends not just on its age, but on its beauty, rarity, and condition. It's a reminder that even the smallest treasures can hold great power, that a simple coin can carry stories of heritage, art, and fortune all in one. So, If you ever come across a 1923 Buffalo nickel, hold it close and treasure it. It's not just an old coin. It's a piece of history with the potential to change your life forever. Many have spent a lifetime searching for this legendary 5-cent piece, and those who found it never looked at a nickel the same way again. The 1923 Buffalo nickel proves that sometimes the smallest things can hold the biggest miracles. And if you have one, your fortune might already be waiting to unfold. The 1925 Buffalo nickel, also known as the Indian Head 5-cent coin, is one of the most iconic and powerful symbols of American coinage, a tiny piece of metal that carries a story of pride, rarity, and unimaginable value. This coin is not just an old piece of currency. It is a gateway to fortune, a treasure that could transform your life overnight. Many collectors and coin enthusiasts across the world are constantly hunting for this rare beauty, knowing that even a single coin in good condition could be worth millions in today's market. If you're lucky enough to have a 1925 Buffalo nickel sitting somewhere in your drawer or old collection, you might just be holding a piece of history that could make you a billionaire. The magic of the 1925 Buffalo nickel begins with its bold and beautiful design. On one side stands a proud Native American chief, his detailed portrait representing strength, honor, and heritage. On the other side, the powerful American bison, often believed to be the legendary black diamond, symbolizes freedom and endurance. This unique and artistic design makes it one of the most admired coins in history. Every line and curve was crafted with meaning, and that's why collectors are willing to pay astonishing amounts to own even one well-preserved piece. It's not just a coin, it's art, history, and legacy combined into a small circle of nickel and copper. What makes the 1925 Buffalo nickel especially valuable is its rarity and condition. Many of these coins were heavily used in daily circulation, causing the finer details of the design to wear away. Finding one with clear lettering, visible dates, and sharp designs is like uncovering a hidden diamond among stones. Some 1925 nickels also came with minting errors, faint strikes, double dyes, or unusual markings, which multiply their value beyond imagination. The rarer the mint condition, the higher the value, and that's why some collectors have paid unbelievable amounts for coins that appear nearly untouched by time. Now, imagine this. You open an old box of your grandparents' belongings and find a shiny Buffalo nickel marked 1925. At first glance, it looks ordinary, but in the collector's world, this could be your golden ticket. Some special versions, especially those minted in San Francisco, marked with an S, are known to fetch prices that soar into hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars, depending on their condition. These rare coins are like hidden fortunes waiting to be discovered by those who recognize their power. Beyond money, the 1925 Buffalo nickel represents an era of transformation in America, a time when the country was growing in pride, identity, and strength. It's a coin that tells stories of the early 20th century, when every nickel carried real value and craftsmanship mattered. Holding this coin is like touching a piece of living history, a relic from a world long gone, but never forgotten. Its beauty lies not only in its metal, but in the emotion, culture, and spirit it represents. Collectors call it the coin of dreams because of how dramatically it can change one's life. Some lucky individuals have discovered this coin by accident, tucked away in an old jar or passed down from family, only to find out it's worth more than they ever imagined. Imagine waking up one morning to realize that something so small, something you thought was just an old coin, could be the reason you never have to worry about money again. That's the real power of the 1925 Buffalo nickel, a coin capable of rewriting your destiny in a single moment. The demand for this coin continues to grow as time passes. Each year, collectors, investors, and auction houses compete to own one of the few surviving pristine specimens. As the number of existing 1925 Buffalo nickels decreases, their value climbs higher and higher. In auctions, bidding wars often break out, and the prices can skyrocket beyond imagination. People know they're not just buying metal. They're buying a piece of America's heart, a masterpiece that represents strength, art, and heritage. So, If you have a 1925 Buffalo nickel in your possession, never underestimate its power. Don't rush to sell it cheaply or overlook its worth. Hold it carefully, get it checked by an expert, and understand that you might be holding a fortune that could change your life forever. This coin is not just a collectible. It's a silent legend, a sleeping giant of value waiting to awaken. And if you are the lucky one to discover it, your destiny might just take a golden turn overnight, as the 1925 Buffalo nickel continues to prove that even the smallest treasures can hold the greatest fortunes. The 1927 Buffalo nickel, also known as the 5-cent Indian head coin, is one of the most iconic and legendary coins in American history, a true masterpiece of art, history, and fortune. This coin carries not only the beauty of its bold design, but also the mystery of unimaginable value hidden in its metal. The 1927 Buffalo nickel can turn ordinary people into millionaires overnight if they possess one in flawless condition. Each piece of this vintage coin tells a story from the early 20th century, a time when America was growing, changing, and defining its national identity. The rugged buffalo on one side and the proud Native American chief on the other make this coin a timeless treasure. Collectors across the world know that the 1927 Buffalo nickel is not just a coin. It's a golden ticket to wealth and prestige. Some rare pieces from this year, especially those minted in Denver with the D mark, are known to fetch prices that sound almost unreal, reaching into the millions of dollars in today's market. What makes this coin so valuable is its scarcity in pristine condition. Over time, the design wore down easily because of its raised features, so finding one with every detail still visible, from the feathers in the chief's headdress to the texture of the buffalo's fur, is like finding a hidden diamond in history's dust. The Buffalo nickel design itself is a tribute to America's cultural roots. The Native American profile represents bravery, freedom, and respect for heritage, while the buffalo symbolizes the wild strength of the American frontier. When this coin was first released, it captured the spirit of a nation that was both proud and untamed. But what no one could have imagined back then was that nearly a century later, these nickels would become treasures worth fortunes, making some lucky owners into instant millionaires. The 1927 Buffalo nickel stands as a perfect example of how something small in size can hold an enormous amount of power and value. Every collector dreams of finding that one perfect 1927 Buffalo nickel. The rarest ones are those struck with crisp details, no scratches, and a brilliant original shine. In coin grading terms, these are known as mint state coins, and their prices can shoot through the roof at auctions. Some even sell for more than the price of luxury cars, gold bars, or even small houses. The truth is, if you hold one of these in your hand, you're holding a piece of American legacy that has survived wars, depressions, and generations, and that legacy is now worth millions. The journey of the 1927 Buffalo nickel from an everyday coin to a millionaire's dream is what makes it so fascinating. In its time, it was just 5 cents, enough to buy a soda or a candy bar. But today, that same coin can buy entire properties or fund a lifetime of luxury. That transformation gives it a magical quality, almost as if it's blessed by history itself. Many coin hunters and treasure seekers still spend their lives searching through old jars, estates, and antique shops in hopes of discovering one of these elusive nickels, because one lucky find can truly change everything. The value of the 1927 Buffalo nickel also depends on where it was minted. Coins from the Denver Mint with the small D mark are particularly rare and sought after. Those from the San Francisco Mint, S, and Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, are valuable too, but the Denver ones often lead auctions with breathtaking prices. What makes the Denver version so special is its extremely limited number of surviving coins in excellent condition. When one appears at auction, collectors from across the globe compete fiercely, pushing bids to record-breaking levels. Beyond its money value, the 1927 Buffalo nickel carries emotional and cultural worth. It connects us to a time when craftsmanship and symbolism mattered deeply. Every line on the coin was carved with intention. The proud Native American's gaze, the powerful buffalo standing tall, each detail a symbol of strength and identity. Owning one of these coins is like holding a relic of history that still whispers stories of the American spirit. It's more than metal. It's memory, heritage, and fortune combined in one small circle of nickel and copper. So if you ever come across a 1927 Buffalo nickel, don't let it go lightly. That tiny piece of history could be your key to unimaginable riches. Many people have overlooked such coins in drawers or old collections, not realizing they were holding millions in their hands. The 1927 Buffalo nickel is not just a collector's dream. It's a miracle of luck and legacy. It has the power to change your life overnight, to turn an ordinary day into a moment of destiny. Guard it well, because in today's world, this rare 5-cent piece could truly make you a billionaire overnight.